Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Train to My 2 video. This is the Northbound by Night scenario. So we're going to be taking this class 483. At the moment we are in the holiday town of Shanklin, and we're going to be taking it up to Ryde Pier Head. So it's 8:30 at the moment in the evening. Looks like a nice summer evening. Still a bit light, nice gold in the sky, looking good. So let's go and climb aboard the train and get going. Well, let's actually get this map here. There we go. So we're at Shanklin here, and we'll be stopping at Lake, Sandown, Brading, Smallbrook, Ryde St John's Road, Ryde Esplanade, and Ryde Pier Head. So let's get in. You almost have to crouch getting under here to get in. It's a bit of an odd one. There we go. A bit of that. Switch that to on. We will try and do HUD off for this. Put that down. Let's see if I'm actually going to put the passenger lights on quick before we do forget. So I'm going to put that to... yeah, passenger lights on. It's a bit weird as well. Seems to be a glitch at the moment with all the buttons. As you can see, on PC they're all round, but on here they're kind of, you know, splodgy or something. It's a bit... yeah. Not right. Now let's sit in the driver's seat. It almost feels like the 377 when you kind of need to press the door here and it kind of opens up. But that is pretty tight in there. Right, I set the reverser to on. And we'll set to forward too, as then you get more power. Instrument lights to on. And then the destination display should already be set to Ryde Pier Head. There it is. But sometimes it does the back card but not the front one. And sometimes it doesn't do any. So it doesn't do it at the back, which is a bit weird. Or at least it say Shanklin on it. And I believe we do have, yeah, 001, which I believe was one of the oldest one built. Someone was saying they started construction in 1932. So I don't know if it was 1932 when they started building these things. But all I know is they went into service in 1938. So they're 82 years old, these units, but they run like a dream. Lovely things to drive. Anyway, we're just waiting to load up, and we can depart here from Shanklin. Actually, that's a good point. Can you get that fan to come on? There's a fan there, isn't there? I don't think you can. No. Anyway, let's sit back down. Let's get the doors locked, and then we'll head out. I think our next stop is Lake. Yeah, set that to forward one. We'll just put it back to that. Release that. Oh, and off we go, alright. Full series. Lake's our next stop, there we go. Right, so we've got the HUD off now. Our speed at the moment is 15 miles per hour out of Shanklin. And then it will go up to 45 miles per hour. As you just saw by that board there. Let's get the window open. It's a nice sunny day. Lovely. Nice warm evening, I can tell. Probably quite a humid evening. Yes, it's 45 miles per hour all the way to Sandown, where I believe then goes down to 15. It's quite fast along this bit. I do recommend putting it into forward too, because then you get much more power. If you put it forward one, it does struggle a little bit. But how is everyone finding the island line? Hopefully everyone is enjoying it. I think it's a superb route. And obviously this one's done by Rivet Games, and I can't wait for the next one, which will be the Arosa line. Which is quite cool. I believe it's in Austria. Yeah, I think it's in Austria, and it goes up the mountains. It's a narrow gauge one. It's a bit like a tram as well at the start. You kind of have to go on the road, which is pretty cool. Anyway, we're now approaching a lake, which actually has a rendering issue where it doesn't render in until you're literally at there, or on it, which is a bit annoying. There you can see it there. It's just a fence at the moment. It's a bit of an odd one. Right, bring that down. As we do come into Lake. Obviously, if you haven't seen the route learning tutorial for this route, it should have premiered the other day, or maybe even a few hours ago. So do go and check that out if you do want to learn the route off by heart. Off by heart. I'm just going to basically go to the end bit. Seems like the best place to stop. Here we are. Let's get the doors open. And here we are at Lake. Now I believe there is a problem in service mode at the moment where you do not get times to be at stations. I believe Rivet do know about this and they will get sorted, I believe. So that will be good. That does look good though, doesn't it? Awesome. One of probably the best looking lines we do have in terms of scenery. It really is nice. Anyway, the next stop after this will be Sandown, which is one of the stations we were passing the loop. We're almost ready to depart from Lake, our next stop being Sandown. Right, let's get that off. Yep, should be Sandown next. Yep, just making sure the checkpoint has done its thing, and off we go. Now I believe they did actually get their own recordings from the Isle of Wight for the 483, but someone was saying it did sound a bit like a remix of the 72 stock. So I'm not too sure about that. As there were a few similarities, which I did hear about, you know, the 72 stock and this one, but I don't know. Obviously they are both London Underground trains, both built, you know, for the same kind of line as this one was on the Bakerloo as well. So it might have a few, you know, more similar bits. And I'll bring it down to 15 miles per hour now, as we do approach Sandown. You might even get another train past us if we're lucky. There we go. Lovely, coming into Sandown now. And I believe the Island line is actually going under a massive rework, it is, which is quite sad, because the 483s are unfortunately going to be retired. I suppose maybe the steam railway might... Oh no, they wouldn't be able to hold on to one, would they? I'm sure probably one of the units will probably be saved, but yeah, it's quite sad. I think they've been on the island since 87 or 83, one of the two, and they're finally going to be retired. Obviously they are the oldest rolling stock in the whole of the United Kingdom, obviously been running now for over 80 years. So it's going to be sad to see them go, but I guess it had to happen one day. As I believe in real life now, they're literally in a state, and I believe it is quite sad. I believe only one runs now, and the others are just used for spare parts. And the others have just kind of packed up and just been like, we're not going to work anymore, so they just use it for spare parts, which really is sad, but they've had a good life. And I believe they are going to be getting the class 484s, which are the old D stock, obviously on the district line, which will be good. And I believe the Island line from Railfan T, what they said tonight, is actually going to be closed for about 3 to 4 months. As I've said, there's a massive rework. So probably to get AWS and all the safety systems in, maybe new signalling, all that kind of stuff. And I think Braden might get a passing loop. I can't remember if I saw that somewhere. Not really too sure. Oh, we can't actually depart yet. I should have seen there's another train coming. Shouldn't be long until that does get out of the way. Because usually that comes in before and then we come in, but slightly different. That should clear our path in a minute and then we will be able to depart. Any second now, I reckon. I'll slowly crawl up to the red light. So I can tell any second now it's going to change. There we go. Right, the speed limit is 15 miles per hour out of Sandown, and as soon as we get back onto kind of the main stretch of the line, we'll be up to 45. See that? When I put it into shunt, that does sound like the 72. But I don't know. But it's quite a nice. It's a nice route. I actually did it in quite a fast time earlier. It's about a 23 to 25 minute run on this line. So ideal, you know, if you need to go out or something, you want to get a little bit of chill in. Do, you know, a nice 20-25 minute run along the full line. It's a very nice one to do. Let's get a nice screenshot. There you go. You'll probably see that as the thumbnail. Right, we're now at 45, so we coast that now. Love the track joint sounds this makes. Beautiful. Fairly similar to the 101 in terms of the track joint sounds. Well, it's not too far along to Brading. It will go down to 20 miles per hour after the station, but it does say it's 45 for the whole way there. It's basically at the end of the platform it goes down to 20. There's a whistle board there. We're still at 45. I thought we would have lost some speed. Seems not. I do like this route because, I mean, it's on the Isle of Wight, which I've been to. I love the Isle of Wight. It's an awesome place. And I mean, it's, I suppose you could say it's fairly close to where I am. I don't live too far away from the Isle of Wight. When I went there, I loved it. So I really do like this route. But that East Coast way, I live literally, yeah, next to that. And that's an amazing route. Basically, any route in the south I just like, because that's where I live. So I start bringing it down for Brading. So it's just coming up now. Love seeing the little things flicked on and off there. That you can see it there. It's quite cool. Right, coming into Brading, we attempt to stop under the footbridge. Oh, look at it with all the lights on. Oh, that looks stunning. Yeah, it does look good. Right, there we are. In fact, I'm going to get another screenshot just like that. Oh, that's really nice. In fact, we're actually going to take an in-game screenshot of that. Look at that, lovely. Loading passengers up. And we'll be heading out towards Smallbrook Junction, or at least I believe we are stopping there. Let's have a look. Yeah, stop at location, Smallbrook Junction. Now, some services do stop there and some others don't. I think it's every 40 minutes there, possibly. Something like that. Well, not long. In fact, it probably is longer waiting because it's a scenario. Right, doors shut in 3, 2, 1, now. Right, let's go. So the speed is 20 miles an hour. It's a fairly sharp turning down here. And it will go up to 40 and then up to 45. There we go. That's at 20 now. And we're going up to 40 in a second. Yeah, it's quite a nice scenario, this one. I still haven't done a scenario where it's a full coach train, so you'll probably see that in an upcoming video doing one of them. So I think there's a couple with 4 cars. Right, going up to 40. Another whistle board. But this is just lovely, isn't it? Going through the countryside. The Isle of Wight really is I mean, it's a lovely place. Really nice. One of my favourite places. And that's actually the only place I've actually been, which is actually outside of mainland Britain, believe it or not. Well, outside of Great Britain, I suppose, yeah. I got to 45 soon. And you can, if I'm not going to do it, you can actually open the doors whilst the train's moving, which is a bit of a laugh. Obviously not in real life, but in the game it gets a bit of a laugh. But one thing, look, the circles on PC, completely a normal circle, but what's going on with console? Look, that is not a circle, that is just a splodgy bit of splodge. Yeah. So hopefully they can sort that out. Yes, we're going all the way up to the pier, so we've got Smallbrook Junction, Ryde St John's Road, then Ryde Esplanade, and then obviously Ryde Pier Head. We're not too far to Smallbrook Junction now either. Nice relaxing route. Let's speed up a little bit, we have lost a bit of speed. Let's go back up to 45-ish. That'll do. Right, it's not too far along now until Smallbrook Junction. In fact, I believe it is round the corner to the left here. So we'll start bringing that down. But I'm pretty sure I actually haven't stopped at it going northbound before. I don't know if I have or not. I don't think I have. Anyway, here it is coming up now. But it's as soon as you see that 30 board start braking. The brakes are pretty decent on here. Obviously, Smallbrook Junction is where you can alight for the steam railway, which is obviously open on, I guess, weekends and all that. That's just a guessing game. I had to stop, so we'll stop here. There you go. Alright, Smallbrook Junction. Junction. Love our little lanterns on here. Really nice. Yeah, it's quite a long stretch between Brading and Smallbrook Junction there. Here's the steam railway, which I believe in real life does connect up with the running track here, but in this game it seems to just have the run around and that's it. Though I am pretty sure in the TS version it kind of carried on onto there for special events and all. I suppose they might not have added that to stop people somehow accessing that bit. In fact, I'm tempted to fly and actually see how far you can actually go along the steam railway. I don't want to mess it up or anything. You can see on the map it goes around there. And I believe it goes to Ashley and then Haven Street and then Woolton. I think the steam railway is about 4 miles long. So it's a decent. I got up to 45. Our next station stop is Ryde St John's Road. Yeah, quite fast this bit. Is that another whistle board? It sure is. Oh, it'd be nice to see what Ryde looks like all lit up at night. That's gonna be nice. Even on the pier, that's gonna be cool. There's a signal there, which is guarding the station. That's telling us the signal at the end of the platform is showing a red aspect. Is that gonna lower? There. Yeah, I do like semaphore signals, something different in it. Right now coming into Ryde St John's Road. You just want to basically stop at the end of the platform, that's where the canopy is and all. That'll do. Got the ice cream, man, that's tasty. What's that? Mint, strawberry, chocolate and vanilla. Do they all have flakes? They do all have flakes, good. Another cool thing about this route, you actually can go in the train shed. Which obviously you can't do on other routes. You actually go in there, which is cool. I think you can't go on those bits there, but you can go in there. Yeah, it's awesome. Right next it'll be Ryde Esplanade, and then we're basically just up onto the pier along there. I'll get the doors shut in 3, 2, 1, doors closing, and let's go. Yeah, it seems to be when you actually do close the doors and the signal does change to green. Our top speed for basically the rest of the route is 20 miles an hour, so fairly slow speed, but feels fairly fast on this. So we're going round here, we've got a couple of bridges which we kind of cross under, and then we do go into Ryde Tunnel, which is very, very narrow, as I've said many times. How are we going to clip through there? Look, we might clip that. You want to be careful not to let your speed slip away, as we do seem to be going downhill and then we basically go uphill. There's this Ryde Tunnel we're about to enter. Here we are. And we basically start going uphill and then into Ryde Esplanade, which is basically at the kind of base of the pier. And it's just along the pier to Ryde Pier Head. Obviously everyone can get off and go and get their ferries if they're still running at this time of night, which there probably wouldn't be. But I suppose there might be. I think there's a restaurant at the end of the pier. Maybe even just go there because, yeah, why not? Coming out of the tunnel. Lovely. Wonder if in the improvement works they're going to do something to Ryde Tunnel to accommodate the D stock if it can't fit through. You want to stop basically at the end of the canopy. There you go, we'll stop here. That'll be alright. Right, everyone on. I believe this is the only dot matrix on the route, this one. There's no other one. I can't think of there being another one somewhere. I believe this is, yeah, the only one on the route. there's the sea. I believe there actually used to be another pair of tracks here, I believe. There was something here, I can't remember. It does look like it was tracks though. I suppose maybe then they went on to boats or something. Like boat trains and all that, but I don't know. I know there was something there, I used to know what it was. I forgot. Right, doors closing. And off we go, next stop being Ryde Pier Head. Our final destination. So it's 20 miles an hour across the pier. Really nice going across here though. I'm pretty sure this is actually one of the longest piers in the world, I think. I believe it is. Got the cars going along there. I believe over that way is kind of Cowes, where the big kind of ferries go. Over there. Wow, this is really nice. Yeah, stunning. Awesome. And coming into Ryde Pier Head. Our final destination. EP break, eh? We'll start basically just before the marker. I'll try and line out of that step there to the right. That'll do. What does it want us to do now? Unlock the doors. I suppose we'll be shutting down the train. Let's get the headlights off. There we go. Awesome. I believe this platform doesn't get used anymore. I believe it's shut. It does look all rusty, doesn't it? Not very nice. Nice station at Ryde Pier Head. A bit large for these trains. I suppose in its earlier days it probably had fairly long trains come along here. But think about, how did they actually run steam trains along here? I suppose they might have had to, I don't know actually, because obviously they would have to run it back around, wouldn't they? Unless they just rejigged the station once it got electrified. Maybe had one either end, I suppose. Right, that's 28 minutes, not too bad that one. Since we did speed there, what was that? Oh, I don't know. That's a bit weird, but where would that been? You can see the lake, Sandown. Okay, one was between Sandown and Ryden, and the other bit was one of the last bits. We got a bronze medal. It seems to give you a bronze medal for every one. It's a bit weird. But anyway, that is it, everyone. Thanks all for coming in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Links in the description to the Discord server and to the PayPal. But hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone, and take care.